Hello and welcome back to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is my channel Sobrix. On this channel I review Lego sets, I put together Lego sets, and just generally talk about Lego, and I'll have some other Lego related content in the future. In this video we're going to be looking at the Lego Creator 3-in-1 Mighty Dinosaurs set. This is set number 31058 and it includes 174 pieces. This set retails, like on lego.com, it will be $15. I purchased this set for $12. There was a retailer in person that I went to that, for whatever reason, these were listed at $12, and I thought $12 for 174 pieces, that's pretty wonderful. Plus, who doesn't like dinosaurs? So on the box we can see we've got the main build is a T-Rex with a little like almost rib cage of a deceased dinosaur, or just some dinosaur bones left over for the main model. And there's also a flying dinosaur like a pterodactyl or something like that, and we have what looks to me to be a triceratops. On the back of the box we get a little bigger view on some of these alternate builds here, and let's get right into looking at this. So I have built only the main model so far for this set, which is this Mighty T-Rex. And the T-Rex can stand on its own as it's doing here. And a lot of this stuff has some good amount of articulation. This last bit of the tail is just on a clip, so it's just hinged up and down. This part's on a ball joint, so you can really make the tail curve in a direction you like. It's also connected here with a ball joint. Then we have some of the more, I can't remember what they call these, but the hinges that have specific points in them, like shoot, I don't remember what their name is, but another kind of hinge with more friction than normal, so it can be tilted up or down only to a certain angle. And the head is connected with a ball joint, but there's not a ton of downward range of motion because of these bricks here, these plates that hit. And I wasn't a big fan of that. If anything, I wanted the head to be able to tilt down more, and just so it could stand kind of more upright and then still be like looking down, which is hard to achieve with the limit in angle up here and the limit in movement up there. If we were to tilt the whole torso, it can be, closer to this angling down towards the ground, but I would have really liked to have the torso kind of going upwards, but then the head or neck being able to tilt downward. It has little arms. They are cute. A couple claws, these black barb pieces, some studs exposed here. They're just on a ball joint. Very simple, very few pieces for the arms. Looking at the head, it does make use of one of these cool, I think I've mostly seen them in like cars and in Speed Champions. I don't even know what they're called, but that's a cool use of them to kind of give an impression of a face. I like that this uses these translucent orange pieces as the eyes actually, and the mouth looks pretty good, and that has articulation as well, so he can open his jaw. It can open its jaws rather quite wide, which is nice. And the head is detailed enough. I mean, it's a dinosaur. It looks like a dinosaur. If we go down to the legs, they connected at the hip area with ball joints, so they can be put out almost like frog's legs. But they are sturdy enough just to stand on their own. At the bottom, we have another ball joint, but pretty limited motion here, range of motion. This bottom plate collides with this clip, so they have to be like that. Now that's actually kind of a good thing if you want it to be kind of posed on its feet. The claws use these sort of bigger bar pieces. There is a little bit of movement in the middle talon here, so you could have it kind of in an action shot, but they can also give you an extra point of contact with whatever this stands on to make it potentially a little sturdier, although I'm not sure how much this adds. It's perhaps better than nothing. The legs, they're okay. And then if we look at this rib cage or these dinosaur bones, this is a nice use of the pieces. I think that will be used more, particularly like some of these will be used for the Triceratops, and that's all good. I think this could kind of take it or leave it, but it's nice that they figured out a way to include those parts so that the alternate models have something a little different. And then over here I have kind of the collection of extra parts you would get with this set. Some green kind of 1x1s, a little of the orange translucent there, a Technic pin, and then a couple of these barb pieces, one of the medium ones in white, black, and then a small one in black. And that's about what you would expect. Now, I don't have on hand any of the Lego molded dinosaurs. I know some people prefer the molds to brick builts. I think some people might prefer brick builts to the molds. But what I do have is another version of a brick built T-Rex from a different set. And this is from the T-Rex Breakout set, which is kind of the diorama, kind of the display set with the 1.5 Jeeps and some of the people from the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World series. So comparing the size here, this brick built one on the left, the one from the let me see if I can get this guy to this thing to stand up on its own here. And I lost one of my toes, so I will put that back. So if we look at these from the top down, there is a pretty considerable size difference. The shaping is overall pretty similar. I actually like these legs a little. These legs feel very strange to me. The talons are different. The feet size is a little different. As far as the size of the head goes, they're pretty close. So this one's maybe a little bigger, a little more detailed. It cannot have side-to-side articulation. This one can have a little bit, so that's nice. I actually wish the articulation on the head here was a little more advanced. The claws on this on the forearm here are much more rudimentary than even these, which I thought were very simple. So this is just a interesting kind of look at two kind of concepts for a brick built T-Rex. They do look a little bit like, I could have this one and this one near each other, or maybe even in the same scene. This one could potentially be like a younger Tyrannosaurus. I am interested in seeing what the side builds are for this and how they look next to the bigger one from the T-Rex Breakout scene, because maybe I could add a flying dino or a pterodactyl to that scene. So I'll put this one away. all in all, for this build, having only built the main build, the main model, and not having looked at the alternate builds, this set's not too bad. I think, for $15 compared to other 3-in-1s, this is pretty good. It doesn't have maybe as many fun colors as some of the other ones, but as far as parts go, there's some interesting parts. There's some nice use of parts, and $174 for $15 is pretty good, I would say. And that's just with this. When I add in the value of the build experience of the other two builds, or the other two models, I think the value goes up. And then if I take into account that I did not pay $15 for this, I paid $12 for this. And again, for me, that makes this a definite good value, good buy for me personally. All in all, it's a straightforward build. It's nice. I like that it's maybe still kind of cartoony, but it doesn't, for example, have the big eye prints or something like some of the other 3-in-1s. So it's kind of this this middle ground in what it does. And I think for people who are really into dinosaurs, this is a good set, and people who are into Lego, I like it. I'm very happy with this. So that's all for this video. I'll make a video taking this apart and putting together the side builds eventually, and I'll have other Lego related content in the future. If you like this video, please consider giving it a like. If you like my channel, consider giving it a subscribe. And like I say, I'll be back with more Lego content in the future. Until then, thanks. Bye.